Honor Society, out on Paramount Plus, starring Angourie Rice, known from The Nice Guys, Mare of Easttown, and the MCU Spider-Man films, as well as Gaten Matarazzo, Dustin from Stranger Things. It's a school-oriented teenage comedy, kind of reminiscent of stuff like Mean Girls, Superbad, Ferris Bueller, but also because of the way the main character breaks the fourth wall constantly, of Fleabag. Angourie Rice plays Honor, a high school senior who is top of her class, popular girl, plays volleyball, runs the school paper and the karate club, loved by all of the teachers, the absolute shining example of who to be. At least on the surface, because as she reveals to the audience very quickly, she's actually kind of a fake and manipulative person. She's full of contempt for the people around her, and she despises the potential future that she sees for herself should she remain in her small town for her entire life. So she's fully focused on being this perfect version of herself, this perfect person, in order to make her way to Harvard and then never return. And to do that, she needs the help of the school guidance counselor, and so she sort of hangs around him and tries to be nice to him because he has some connections at Harvard. But one day, Honor learns that she's only top 4 of his candidates. So she realizes who the other 3 are: the popular sports kid, the weird Asian girl, and the shy nerd. And she hatches a diabolical plan to manipulate all 3 of them so that their grades drop below her and she can overtake them. But of course, not everything goes according to plan. So it's one of those films where we initially follow a villain protagonist, the person who we're not supposed to like very much, even if we kind of do because the actress, in this case Rice, is damn charismatic. But because it's also a coming-of-age story, over the course of the film, she does change in significant ways and she learns her lessons and becomes all the better for it. Now, I know that all sounds very formulaic and exactly like the kind of movie we've all seen 5 times already. And sure, some of its elements are well known, but firstly, not all of them. I think the film manages to really subvert the expectations in some ways, and I really enjoyed the big twist, but also how everything else kind of beautifully came together in the end. And secondly, even the familiar stuff manages to feel fresh because it's all updated for the modern generation of school kids, feels kind of current, but again without the ham-fisted pop culture references that would age in 3 weeks after the movie's release. So there's a nice balance stricken here, I think. The humor is often very good, so are the performances, particularly Angourie Rice is a shining point, and she really shows that she can carry a movie on her back at such a young age. The supporting characters are fantastic across the board, and each of them feels at the same time real, but also just slightly overdrawn to accentuate some of their characteristics. I think the Fleabag-esque fourth wall breaks is not overdone, and also, despite the comedic nature of the film, there are some pretty dark things in it also, which I think are not played for laughs too much. The movie can tap into some seriousness where it really needs to. So overall, I expected very little of the film and watched it pretty much only for the main actors, but I ended up liking it much more than I could ever have anticipated. I think it's competently made, well written and acted, and strikes the perfect balance of feeling like a well-known coming-of-age story, but also doing something fresh with it.